Welcome. Here we are, ASMBS 2025, Washington, D.C. with Dr. Oviedo. He is the CEO of TROGSS. That's the Global Robotic Surgery Society, correct?
The Robotic Global Surgical Society.
And I'm so excited to get to talk to you about this. This is a relatively young society, but you guys are really, you have big aspirations, and you're already moving quite quickly throughout the field. Can you kind of walk me through what's the foundation of TROGSS, and where are you going from here?
Yeah, thank you so much. First of all, thank you for the opportunity. I'm a big fan of Surgeon and the cutting edge, and it's really a pleasure to be here. So the origins of TROGSS, the Robotic Global Surgical Society, it started as a chapter for a bigger society called TUGS, T-U-G-S originally. Later on it became T-U-G-S-S, or the Upper Gastrointestinal Surgical Society. It's a society that came from Europe, originally from the UK and other European countries. Back during the COVID-19 pandemic, they started this big society for upper GI surgeons, and there was a chapter out of many chapters called TROGSS, T-R-O-G-S, only one S. It stood for, it's a very long name, it stood for the TUGS Robotic Group Surgeons. And it was led by a visionary leader who is a friend, a dear brother of mine named Dr. Adel Abounrad. He is in France, in the city of Orléans. He's from Lebanon originally, he's Lebanese French. And he started this with other colleagues and friends during the pandemic. At the beginning, I was not one of the founding members, but I was one of the first people who attended the webinars they were conducting. It took a few years, it gained momentum, it was an energetic, dynamic force. But later on, the more webinars we did, the more we identified ourselves as wanting to do something else. Nothing wrong with TUGS. Absolutely, we have a great relationship with them, but we wanted to be independent. So that sense of autonomy, independence to make our own decisions and to be friendly with the other society, that gave rise to our desire to become an independent, autonomous society that is now registered in France. So we're officially a non-profit organization with members in almost every continent. We started with probably 10 members, and now we are more than 600 members. We began, by the time that we launched our website in December of 2024, we had exactly 360 members. We're more than 600 now. We had 1,946 followers on LinkedIn. I remember because of the date 1946. Now we have more than 3,000, so we're growing. But more than the numbers, honestly, it's really the quality of the people that we have. So we're a young society, like you said, we're dynamic. We are one of the very few societies that give leadership positions to young members. And we are all equal. We don't have a distinction between active versus international member versus, we're all international. We're all intercontinental, we say. We're almost every continent. We speak many languages. The official language is French, but also English. And we're dedicated to advancing robotic surgery and education for our patients by our surgeons. And the goal is surgical education for all. So I know it's a long answer to your question, but you can tell I'm very passionate about it.
Well, I do not mind long answers. And obviously, we're friendly because we've known each other. We've been working as partners for about a year, I think. And part of the reason that we at Surgeon wanted to work with your society was for the very reasons you described. It's global. Its reach is, continuing to expand every day. And you have this forward belief of education that's kind of worldwide. And I think that from our standpoint, one of the reasons that we believe in our platform is that there's opinions from all continents that are valuable, and that there's education to come from all aspects of the surgical field, not just what the United States is saying or not just what the Europeans are saying. And I think that you guys have done a nice job really exposing that at a young age from a society standpoint. Where do you think it goes from here, though?
Interesting question. And first of all, we're big fans of Surgery Unified and Surgeon. We've been following you for a while, and now we're really honored to be partners with you. And really, the sky's not even the limit. But if you ask me the question, where do we go from here? It's wherever our young generation will take us. There is really no limit. We want to embrace everyone, regions of the planet that have originally been neglected because of lack of access to technology and education. We want to embrace everyone because, you see, I was born in Latin American country. I was born in Nicaragua. I'm a proud American citizen, but I was raised in an environment where there was a lot of there was lack of resources, even though I was privileged to be raised in a family with two doctors, my parents, who who are physicians who raised us and who gave us everything we needed, spiritually, materially speaking as well. Well, most of the people over there, they don't have the resources to do what we do here. And robotic surgery, minimally invasive surgery, while it is present, is very limited. So our dream goes beyond the material. Our dream goes to the spiritual, if you think about it, or the mental, and the emotional. We want to appeal to everyone. We want to fulfill that need for education. And we have several hashtags in TROGSS. We try to be very dynamic, and we rely on our young generation. And one of them is hashtag surgical education for all. And another one is empowering and excellence. And another one is one global family. So where do we go from here? We want to penetrate, just like Surgery Unified and Surgeon, we want to be at every major conference in the world. We want our logo to be represented. We want our colleagues to talk about us so that we can embrace more members, we can educate them, we can learn from them too. We're not just about teaching, we're about learning as well. Collective learning. And membership is free. So we really want to appeal to all medical students and residents and registrars and trainees, surgeons in practice who have never even touched a robot or seen a robot. That's no impediment. We can teach them, we can learn from each other. We have some of the best, most talented speakers in the world. Honestly, many of them, I call them my friends, my dear friends, and every time we meet each other, we treat each other as brothers and sisters. It's a beautiful thing. It's a real functional family that is full of people who want the best out of each other. And the other thing is, where do we go from here? Not only do we want to promote academics or the practice of surgery, we want to promote our professional development, but also our development as people, as human beings who care for each other and for our patients. So I think that's where we go from here. There are some strategic plans. We have multiple committees like any society. One of them I'm very proud of all of them, honestly, but the newest one is called the Ambassadors Club. We can talk about that, and the Ambassadors Club is a special designation committee based on a designation by the CEO, yours truly, and with support from the President and the Executive Council. And we have some key people there who are very dynamic, energetic, talented leaders. One of them is Dr. Luca Gordini,
yes.
Right, from Surgeon.
Yes.
So Luca is one of our ambassadors.
Luca's everywhere.
Luca's all over the place, right? And so what we do is, these are people who have connections with everyone, who want to promote us, who want to teach others what we stand for, and also to interact with industry. Why not? To get partners, to get sponsors, not for ourselves. We do this out of, it's a nonprofit. We do it for free, gladly. But it's really to bless and to be a benefit and blessings to our young, talented leaders who want to attend meetings like ASMBS and they don't have the financial means to do it. Well, we get sponsorships so that we can fund their travels and their hotel and their food and as much as we can so that they can have these opportunities to be here.
No, it's very exciting. And going back to kind of what you're talking about, as we go global, which will be next month in July, we've been talking to surgeons all around the world, and you realize we kind of take for granted the education opportunities that exist in the United States and Western Europe. But even when we talk to Eastern Europe, the South Americans, Central Americans, and some of the areas in Asia, they just don't have that kind of access. And so what we're used to is just kind of standard. They're craving in ways that we never would have expected, and really giving them the opportunity to see another aspect of surgery or educational opportunity. I think it's huge. It's gratifying in many respects.
That's right. And the other thing is, if you think about it, and you know this because you're well connected all over the world, and you know that there's a lot of talent out there. What we lack is technology many times, right? Or the tools. We have surgeons from areas of the world where they don't have, maybe they don't have the endoscopic or laparoscopic or robotic tools that we have in the US or other countries. But they do have incredible talent, and so they're great teachers. And so many of them, they don't have a robot, but they can teach minimally invasive techniques. So we have this thing called the ITP, which stands for Intercontinental Training Program. And it's truly intercontinental, not just international. It's truly throughout different continents. So we have 8 programs right now. I'm the only one in the US. It's in Nacogdoches, Texas. There is another one in Mexico City, another one in Colombia, one more in Ecuador. So you have 4 in the Americas, and now we have 3 in Europe. We have Luxembourg, France, and Germany, and there's 1 in Asia, in Japan. So these 8 programs, they have program directors, and we embrace 3 different systems. One of them is called the Visiting Professorship Program, where we can have surgeons at your level, at my level, somebody who's been in practice for a number of years, who wants to promote their career, learn something new, but also teach. Well, we have this program where they visit the programs and they spend a month, 3 months, whatever they need. We put them to work, they teach, they learn, they exchange ideas in the OR. We also have another one for fellows. Some of them are hands-on, depending on the country. Some of them are observational, but with simulation, like in my program. It's simulation-based with a robotic simulation, lab, endoscopy, all that. And we also have another one, which is called the observership program, which is more geared towards medical students. And so this is an incredible way of doing it, promoting robotic surgery, but also surgical education in general. And I think that's why we align very well with Surgery Unified and Surgeon.
Oh, absolutely. And I think I actually find it quite amazing because you've been able to take the advantages of starting a society in the modern age and our interconnectivity, our worldwide reach that we have through internet, through webinars, through all that, and really leverage it from the beginning and build it into your society as a foundation of the society itself. I mean, you've done more at bringing in people from other aspects of the world in a few short years than some societies have done in 100 years. And so I can't, how do I say, give you enough appreciation or a big enough pat on the back for being able to pull that off in such a short period of time. And this is people doing it because you enjoy what you do and because you just love the field and you want to share that experience.
Thank you. And a lot of it is because of our young members. Honestly, we have some of the most talented people in the world. And we have a youth committee, by the way. So it's composed of international, what we in the US call international medical graduates or IMGs, but also residents or some medical students or some junior faculty who want to promote the next generation of leaders, and they plan events on Surgeon. We already had the first one called Origin Stories.
Yeah.
The call to surgery. Why did we choose this path? So we already had it a few weeks ago. It was a success. We also have a medical student committee. We have 2 research committees, very dynamic. We put out manuscripts almost every month on behalf of TROGSS. We have an education committee which is in charge of scheduling all of these events. We have this entity called Robotic Theater Productions. So every time you see something from TROGSS dedicated to Surgeon, it's going to say a robotic theater production by the XYZ committee. So this is another way. And we have this thing called robotic time zone. And we used to say at TROGSS, what time is it? It's robotic time zone, because it came from the idea that we have so many members in so many different parts of the world that we have to sometimes plan 3 meetings in a single day, in 24 hours, to accommodate everybody.
It's funny because I am laughing because obviously as we go global, we're recognizing that is a problem. Like we were trying to set up a meeting with the Chinese. It's like I had to get the Europeans, the Chinese, and ourselves on the same call. That's almost impossible. Like
so the only way would be, I'm in Texas, right, where I live. So the only way would be to not neglect California or the West Coast of the U.S. Start at 8 a.m. Texas, that's 6 a.m. West Coast, that's 9 a.m. East Coast, that's 3 p.m. Central European time,
yeah.
And that's about, I believe it's like 10 p.m. or 11 p.m. Sydney, Australia.
Yeah.
That's about the only way you can encompass everybody, and not everybody. But
I agree, but yeah, no, that's about the way you have to do it. And so you're on one or the other extreme, unless you're in Europe. Europeans get kind of lucky on this one because
right.
It's like middle of the afternoon for them. But yeah, these are the issues that I don't think that societies or groups had to really think about or deal with historically, because you weren't dealing with a worldwide, consortium or a group of surgeons. And at the same time, figuring out, I really want to go back to what you said earlier. There are smart and brilliant surgeons and doctors everywhere. I think that sometimes we get caught in our own arrogance and assume that just because we had the luxury of growing up where we grew up, or having the opportunities to be in the systems that we end up being in, that made us special. But the truth is, given the opportunity, there's people all over the world that if they were in those systems, they would have done as well or possibly better than you or me or anybody. The only thing holding them back is that opportunity. And that's really what you seem to be doing, is striving to offer them that opportunity. That's just commendable on every level. And I think that we share with you that belief system that taking what we're learning and sharing it with each other and learning from each other, it's only going to make the surgical field better.
And if you think about it, we're surgeons. When we operate, we are in the abdomen or in the thoracic cavity or anywhere we are, the organs look the same. You can't tell where that person is from or what language they speak as a native tongue, right? Unless you know the patient. So you can't tell. We're all the same. We're created the same. So we believe that we are equal, and in this equality type of thought or philosophy, then we learn from each other. And if it takes going the extra mile and waking up earlier or going to bed later just to give a webinar and participate on Surgeon and be in front of the camera and do, mentor a medical student, do a journal club, do it. That's what it's all about, because in the process, you teach, but you learn as well. And that's really what unites us. And so I think that's what I appreciate the most. And altruism, humanitarian work, global surgery. We have another committee called Membership and Engagement Committee. It's not just about capturing the attention from the world and getting more members, but it's also how to promote them. For example, we're at ASMBS, so what about telling our members what the requirements are to become fellows of ASMBS, or fellows of the American College of Surgeons, or FRCS, fellows of the Royal College of Surgeons, etc. So or the International College. So this committee takes a look at that as well. And so on. I mean, I could talk for hours about this, but
no. And that's the thing is, the good thing is you're on Surgeon. I mean, TROGSS as an organization is on Surgeon, and as you're watching this video, if you're watching it, you can get on the platform and just reach out to you. I mean, they can reach out and start asking you a question. Ask anybody in TROGSS a question. I think they'd be more than happy to answer those questions directly through the platform anytime. And that's kind of the luxury of all of this and what we've set up here. So
that's right.
It's very exciting. I think that over the next 5 to 10 years, as we grow together, we're going to be able to leverage the talents that both sides have and really expand this belief system that you've brought into existence. And I think it's something that the surgical community really needs to work to latch onto, because your passion for it and your belief in it is definitely well deserved.
Thank you very much. And I mean, you're a part of it too. You as a partner, surgeon as a partner for TROGSS, is a big key to our success. And we have partnerships and affiliations, just like Surgery Unified, with multiple societies. For example, Magister Chirurgia, which is a society that is dedicated to promoting students and research, surgical research or research in the medical sciences. We have a partnership with another one called TORG, or the Operating Room Global, which is a phenomenal organization, nonprofit, all over the world, with members, not only surgeons, but anesthesiologists, trauma, nurses, etc. We have another one with the Portuguese Society of Robotic Surgery, another one with the Turkish Society for Metabolic and Bariatric Surgery, and for the Turkish Society for Surgical Oncology, and industry partners like Lipoline from France, and many others, and many journals as well. AIS Surgery, Mini Invasive Surgery, Metabolism and Target Organ Damage, and other potential agreements that we have. So really, we continue to grow, but we want everybody to know that this is not disorganized growth. It's really strategic, well-planned, systematic growth, that the purpose of it is really one word: service. That's what we want to do. We want to serve the world. We want to share. We want to be able to spread this knowledge and learn from each other.
Well, all I can say is I appreciate everything that you and your organization has done and continue to do, and I look forward to a continued long and prosperous partnership with you, because I do think we share in that same goal, which is service to not just our own patients, our own constituents, but the rest of the worldwide community. So thank you so much for your time.
Thank you very much. My
pleasure. Welcome to Cutting Edge.
Thank you.